What's up guys, Nolan here, and today I have a really cool map for Arma 3 to show you guys called XCAM Taunus. They're the guys that made the XCAM mod, if some of you guys are familiar with making missions yourself, which makes it super easy and super efficient to actually put buildings down for custom-made scenarios and stuff. Those guys. There are a lot of really cool things about this map, one of which being very similar to an actual region in Germany. I believe it's in Germany, called Taunus. The devs took satellite imaging of the area and used it as a skeleton to build the map off of. Now, I know it's not the first people, these aren't the first people to actually do this, but they did it very, very well. And it's not exactly the same region. It's not exactly like a one-for-one scale of that region, but they decided to take some terrain down and they decided to remove some cities just to make the entire map better for a more variety of scenarios inside ARMA. Specifically, the map is a 20 kilometer by 20 kilometer map with 34 cities and villages along with 2 airports, 1 military and 1 civilian. The 1 civilian looking really, really cool with its own custom-made terminal, which is another thing. The reason why I like this map is the detail, and yes, it's still a work in progress. Some buildings need some touching up, but the ones that do are new buildings. That's what I really like about this map. They are buildings that the devs created in order to better match the real world buildings from the 2D imaging. They could actually see like the tops of buildings, which you guys are probably seeing a screenshot at some point here of what that kind of looks like. They would just build the buildings on top of the 2D image, which in turn gives us some variety from the usual buildings that we are seeing or that we're used to seeing in ARMA. Now, those buildings are still there because if they made the entire map full of new buildings, that'd be insane. So they still use some cup buildings and some Chinaris and Arma 3 buildings in general, just to help with filler kind of things. But still, having those new buildings there helps with variety, and it does make it look a lot better. It does help the map a lot. I think this map would work really, really well, specifically militarily, as a tank mission. If you want to do some tank on tanks, this would work really, really well. Being the stage that it is in, because it's still work in progress, not all the buildings that are new are actually fully like furnished. Like, it doesn't look that great on the inside, so it would work really well for like outside of like a not being inside building, which in turn being tanks, or maybe even like a helicopter versus ground or whatever, or like an air mission, that kind of thing. But also maybe in ARMA Life, I wouldn't expect to see any kind of PvP, not PvP, but survival game modes anytime soon, because people are going to need to make whole loot tables for all the buildings and everything in general. So that might take a little while, but just let me know in the comments if you think this would or wouldn't work specifically for those survival game modes or those ARMA Life guys. I don't really play too much ARMA Life, so yeah, let me know in the comments if you think this would actually work for an ARMA Life, because this would look really cool. I mean, it was still a really nice map, so that would be cool to get some variety, a new really cool map for everyone to play on. But also, while you're down in the comments, make sure you stop by in the description where you can find a link to the forum post to go ahead and download this for yourself. And while you're on that forum post, make sure to show some love to the devs. Not enough people do this. There are people, they've worked more than a year on this. There's posts up there from 2015. They've been working on this for a very long time, doing a really good job. While you're there, make sure to say you love the map or whatever you think about the map in general. Just make sure to show some love to the devs because they definitely deserve it. That's it for today, guys. Definitely expect to see some more from me on this map for sure in the future. So stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I also hope that you have a nice day. See you guys.